So today we're going to be talking about how do we start making a website? Well, that's a really good question. But we won't really be talking about just that, but I'm going to continue on telling about some of the keys that you might use. So first, you basically are starting with almost nothing on the website. So it's almost completely empty. And that really is the most difficult question. How do we start making a website? So you probably need to start thinking about, what do I want my website to be about? Does it have some sort of graphics, or what sort of text or articles are going to be written into the website? But that's probably the most difficult thing. So let's just hope that drawing the website is not nearly as difficult as the other aspects that you'll have to work on, right? So there we go, we've got a thing there. I think I'm just going to delete this thing. Shift delete. Oh no, Shift delete. Now it's really deleted. I can't get it back, it's gone. So I don't know if I'm going to use this mouse at all. So I'm just going to put it over here somehow in the corner. And now what am I going to do? Let's see. I'm going to use Shift N. So first I'm going to make the grid a little bit bigger. I'm going to use Shift N. And there we go. Now we've got a brand new part. Now that was fast. And I can move it around really quickly because the grid that I'm using is rather large, because I'm changing the size of the grid using my right pinky on those little brackets, the square brackets, and they make the grid bigger or smaller. They can even make it very small. But then I'm moving very slowly using HJKL or using the arrow keys. So if I make it a little bit bigger, just to make it more convenient, but not too big so that it's making big jumps like this. And now let's see, I'll show again that you can use the E key to, it toggles top left or bottom and right, and then we can use HJKL to change the size of our HTML part. But then, so that's the E key. We can change back and forth. We can choose top left, bottom right. But then to return to where a mode where we can move the part around, we're going to use the G key. So there we go. I'm using the G key, and you can see the difference. E, G, E, G. And so visually it looks very different. And so you can tell right away when you look at it that I am in move mode because I've used G, and you can see that it has a full ring right around. Now I'm going to introduce something a little bit different, so it's going to be the D key. So first I'm going to make this part kind of small just so that I can move, it'll have a more interesting effect. So I've used the D key. And so now you can see that when we're in that mode, all we have are these four corners. Now I can still grab the corners with the mouse and open it, and you see all I have access to with the mouse is the four corners. So it's different when I'm working with the mouse and I'm using D instead of using G. G, I can have access to all the sides here if I want to use just one side at a time. I can still use the corners. That's still available. But with D, only the corner is available from the perspective of using the mouse. Now, the more interesting thing, and I'll just size this down using E mode, again, the edge mode, and now I'll use D. The very interesting thing here is that when I'm using D on the keyboard, I can now duplicate the part very easily from the keyboard. And so I can do that using A, so let's try it, the letter A on the keyboard, I on the keyboard, or the letter O on the keyboard. And then again, Shift A, Shift I, and Shift O will have different effects depending on what's happening. So let's get closer to the center of the screen. Now I'm going to use D. I'm going to use the letter A. And you see there now it's duplicated to the right. Now I'm going to get rid of that one again. I'm going to delete it using Shift Delete. which is not the best way to delete things. I could have used X or R and placed them into the RU buffer or the XP buffer. But so I've used, let's do it again. I'm using A, and now I'm getting a part on the right hand side. So it's very similar, exactly the same as the computer program called VI, which does textual work, but this one is doing something that's a little bit more visual. So I'm going to use R to remove it, and now I'm going to use U. I can get it back. R, U, R, U, R, R, and I can get them both back. Now let's do it again with X, and now let's do it again with P. X, X, P, P. So there's another tutorial that deals with that. So I'm not going to deal with that too much here. Now let's try I. So we have the letter A that goes that way. Oh, but what happened there? I used the letter A, but it didn't duplicate it. That's because I was not in D mode. I was in G. So if I'm in G, and then I press A, what happens is I get another new part next to it that's not a duplicate. It's just a brand new part, and it is the width of the grid increment that I'm using for the keyboard. So you can see there that I can change the grid increment using those keys, using the square brackets. I can change the grid increment, and let's see what happens if I get rid of that and now I do it again. I'm using G and I press A. So now you can see that I'm getting a new part next to there that is the same height as the currently selected part, but instead it is the width of the grid increment. So I'm going to get rid of it so that we have just one part, and now instead of using the letter A, I'm going to use the letter I. And we're going to see that, oh look, there's a part coming now, a brand new part on the left. Now, one thing I'll point out here is that whether we're over here and we get that one over there, or we're over here and we got this new one, when we input, and if we were in E mode, it would still work. We would get the new one. So it doesn't matter what mode we were in, whether it was E or G. So when I press I, immediately we are switched into edge extend mode because we were in G, and then now we're in edge mode. That's going to go in that direction that the part was produced in. So it was produced to the left, and now we're getting a top and left edge immediately. And so that's done as a convenience if you're trying to build out some rough frame for your website very quickly. So A has the edge adjustment on the right and bottom immediately when you've opened it. Right? So when I press A on the keyboard, that's my left pinky. Boom, there it goes. And I can immediately start changing it around. So now, let's try O. Right? The letter O, which is, let's see, just above my right ring finger. The letter O, I'm going to reach for it. And, oh, there we go. And now we have it down below there. One coming up, right? There it is. And oh look, if I go too far this way, it flips around, doesn't it? So I'm going to remove that part. And now let's try capital O. So I'm going to use Shift, and then I'm going to use O, and you see that it comes out above. And so to do it again, O alone comes out below. Shift O comes out above. Now I'm going to get rid of it again, and then show that I, the letter I, comes out to the left, and the letter A comes out to the right. And they're all prepped, just ready to go with the edge mode immediately. So the next thing, just to cover off that list of keys that you can press, is Shift I. And what's going to happen this time, well, let's show you. It goes all the way over there to the left-hand screen edge. And we're primed and ready to just go ahead and start expanding our part on the right and bottom. I'll get rid of that one, and now let's try Shift A. And that does the reverse, and we're ready to start moving the part around immediately on the left and top. So I'm going to get rid of that one again. So just to go through it quickly again, I brings us there. Shift I brings us all the way to the wall. A brings us to the right. And Shift A brings us all the way to the wall on the right. Then we have O, sets us down below. Okay, I'm going to get rid of it again with R. And then capital O brings us overhead and ready to start working there. So you can see it can be done very quickly just using A, I, and O. And go back to G, and now again we'll bring in, what did we have originally? D. We wanted to talk about duplication mode. So when we're using D, we can still move around, just the same as if we were in G mode. No major difference there. It's just that when we use A, we don't immediately change into an edge movement mode. We just stay in the regular move mode that we had. We're not going to change the size of the edge, right? We're not going to change the dimensions of the part, because the intention here is to duplicate the part exactly as it was. The dimensions and the internal contents, which are not shown here because it would just be too confusing, wouldn't it? So I'm in D, so I'm just using the letter D, and there I have that. I can move around. D, I just out of habit push G, but anyway, so I have D, and now if I press A, you can see I can string out as many as I want really quickly in that direction, or I could go I, and I could string out a bunch in that direction, or O, and I could string out a whole bunch of duplicates in that direction. Now the same would have happened if I was still in G mode and I started pressing A. But of course, the increment would be the grid increment, and it would not be a duplicate part. It would simply be a new part with nothing inside of it. And so A, or we did I on the left-hand side, and then we can use O, and get a consecutive thing happening there, or Shift O and bring us up there. So you see how we can duplicate things very quickly to make whatever shape we're trying to get, or whatever arrangement of parts. So whatever this represents is completely up to you, so you have to make that determination. That is the most difficult thing to decide, is what are we even making at all? And so what I'm doing right now is I'm holding Shift and I'm going up and down with J and K. Right? J goes down, K goes up. And I'm able to move all of them at the same time. Now if I hold Shift and I use L, I can go to the right with all of them. I can go to the left with H. And so that's something interesting that you should learn too. That will be helpful. And regardless of what mode you're in, you can still do that. So if you're in D mode, you would still be able to do the same thing as in G mode. The major difference being that you're going to be doing a duplication on the actions performed by the letters A, I, and O. And now I'll just show it again that when you press Shift N, you get a new part in the grid increment size as a square in the center of the screen. So let's do it. Oh no, it's up over there. What happened? Well, I think because I had duplication mode on and then I used it, it went up over there in the top left. That's unusual. Let's see if I press it now what happens. Oh, now it's in the center of the screen. So you see there's a bit of a difference there on what happens when I press Shift N. It really surprised me. So now, let's see, we have duplication mode like that. That's good. you can do a duplicate. Now, what if we just want one duplicate and then we want to be done with it? If that's the case, we could be in, I think, any mode we want, and we use Shift D. And then we have a duplicate directly in place, directly over top. And we have a new duplicate. There it is. And so that's a pretty useful thing to have too. So I'm going to get rid of some of these. Oh, I put them into the X buffer, the XP buffer. Oh, well, that's no good. They're still there, aren't they? Let's try pressing Shift N, and so you can leave them there. And so that's the other useful thing about that buffer, that we could leave them there and sort of not have to deal with them in terms of changing focus in the parts. We could just kind of abandon them there or leave them there to utilize them as a guide for what we might be doing next. So there are so many different reasons you might want to have that background buffer happening. You can store parts inside of it, and there really is a lot of interplay there between that visually, being able to still see something there, and then making maybe what will be another layer of items that will be placed for the purpose of the website. So the next thing that I wanted to discuss a little bit here was the levels. There are some different levels that you can get to. So I'm going to leave that one there. Let's see, maybe duplicate, give us some other parts here. There. So now we already know this from another tutorial. If we use the backspace key, we can flip between that background layer and the visible layer, and we can see what we're going to get here. We're going to have access then to these ones, which make up now the document, if it were to be saved, would be made up of these 4 items. When we press backspace, it will be made up of these 3, because we've switched the document layer with the XP buffer. So now let's look here in this menu again, and we'll see, oh look, what we have here is the first tab is selected, and then the levels tab. So we had, there's this one here, and we have the phantom layer there, and we can operate it with the mouse that way. But then we have the levels tab. Now we can click these to get to a different level. And the interesting thing you'll see there is if we're on level 2, which we are now we're on level 2, we can still see the contents of the phantom layer. And so now what we can do is we can use the backspace key, and now everything that was in there becomes part of the document layer. And of course, I don't think I've demonstrated this yet, but the middle mouse button, if you hold it down, the one that has the scroll wheel on it, hold it down and then drag across the screen, you can move kind of within the document. So I think this is something that's fairly ordinary that everyone should already kind of assume is what you'd be using. So here you can see we've got, now that's a layer there, and this is another layer over here. This is layer number 1, or level number 1, I think I'm calling it levels, and level number 2. So the thing I'm going to point out with that is that we didn't need to, I'm clicking over here, we didn't need to use this menu here. We could have easily just used the top row number keys on the keyboard. So number 2, number 1, and there's a little indicator here, level 1, level 2, it came up and it goes away. And then we can also see that little 2 in the corner there. That tells us what level we're on. So the top row number keys, 1 all the way through 9, and the 0 is 10, gives us 10 levels that we can access from the top row number keys. And if we use Shift, we can then access these other ones. So we can access all 20 of those from the top row number keys. So I'm going to close this menu here by clicking there, but you can also do it by using the backtick or tilde on the keyboard, which is just below the escape key on the far upper left of your keyboard. You'd be reaching it probably with your left hand, and there you go. So you can see you can open and close it very easily. And now let's just show that you can get from level 1 to level 2 very quickly. And now if we're on level 2 and we use the backspace key, we'll put that all into the phantom layer. We can go to level 8 because that's just the one that I picked. And now we're on level 8 and we can use the backspace key and we have everything being plunked down into level 8. You see, so that's pretty good. So you can see that the phantom layer and the buffers are a very effective way to move things around from one level of the document to another. You see, so that's a very good thing. And then one other thing that I was thinking to demonstrate for the purpose of this tutorial is that I'd like to use the Q key and the Tab key. So there are two keys there. There's Q, which, let's try it right now. Oh, nothing happens. And down here at the bottom it says unwrap. But there's nothing in that thing to wrap or unwrap. So let's try using Shift Q and see what happens. Ah, and look at that. We see that we can still sort of see these outlines of the shapes that were there before. So let's try spacebar and see what it looks like. Ah, yes. Those parts that were there before, now they're inside there. So now let's press Q again, and we'll see that they become unwrapped. So Shift Q wraps them up like that inside of a nice box. And now just to demonstrate with the mouse, I can now move them around, and they're all moved around together. You see? I can move them around, and they're all moved around like as if they're one piece. And they are. And so I'll use Q again just to show, okay, now they're separate again. I can move them around individually, just like how they were, but I'll leave them like that. And now we'll use Shift Q again, and we'll show, oh, look, they're wrapped up again. So now the one thing I'll point out is that no matter how many things you have in the document, using Shift Q will wrap up every single one of them, no matter where they are, no matter what color they are, in terms of the different colors you could have chosen. You'll wrap up everything, even if there's a faraway part way down there on the bottom right of the screen, off screen, somewhere off in the distance. You're still going to wrap it up all together. And so you might find it confusing if you've got some stray part way off in the distance somewhere. And so when you're wrapping parts together, you might want to do it in a spare layer or a spare level that you've got somewhere and do it a little bit more deliberately. So taking it apart, Shift Q, putting it back together, Q, breaking them apart, Shift Q, back together. Now, I mentioned also the Tab key. So now that we've got this thing here, we've got it wrapped up, we can use the Tab key to look inside of there without breaking it. And so the Tab key can go in and out, tab, 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 tab. And so we can move things around inside of there. And so if we had another part here, and then we're up here, and we want to use the Tab key because we want to change something inside of that box, but we don't want to have to unwrap and rewrap everything because then we'll end up incorporating this part here, which we don't want to do. So we'll use the Tab key. And you can see that part's still down there somewhere. It's not affected. I can move this one around, move this around a little bit. There we go. Maybe I want it more like that. And now I'm going to use the Tab key. And I can see, oh, look, they're changed. They're still in there. And everything's good. And you can move this too. So there you have it. You have a demonstration of the Tab key. To access that, we can use Q to open it back up. But now because we have this one down here, if I use Shift Q, we'll wrap that one too. We wrap them all and snug it against just the furthest extent of it. So I think that's probably enough. I think we've covered a few things there. And, well, I think that's the end of this tutorial. Well done. Tutorial over.